All this took place to fulfill what had been spoken by the Lord through the prophet. Look, the virgin shall conceive and bear a son, and they shall name him Emmanuel, which means God with us. God with us. Not a mere human with us. Not a good human with us. Not a very good human with us. Not a perfect gentleman with us. Not a fine example of good practice with us. Not Superman with us. Not an alien with us. Not an angel with us. Not a halfway being with us. Not a vision with us. God with us. The Word that spoke creation with us. The love that moves the sun and all the stars with us. The pure, true image of the invisible God with us. The Word who became flesh and dwelt among us with us. The one who is fully human, fully divine with us. Seriously human, fully human, truly human with us. Seriously God, fully God, truly God with us. All this took place to fulfill what had been spoken by the Lord through the prophet. Look, the virgin shall conceive and bear a son, and they shall name him Emmanuel, which means God with us. God with us. Not God without us, not the blind moving of chance without us, not the random clash of proteins and acids without us, not a cold and empty infinity without us, not God in his heaven without us, not some distant watchmaker winding up the universe without us, not an impersonal being just being without us, not an unfeeling, uncaring deity without us. Not God against us. Not God against us disdaining us. Not God against us disappointed in us. Not God against us hating us. Not God against us angry with us. Not God against us impatient with us. God with us. God broken-hearted for us. God wild with love for us. God self-spending for us. God self-emptying for us. God alongside us. God within us. God for us. God with us. All this took place to fulfill what had been spoken by the Lord through the prophet. Look, the virgin shall conceive and bear a son, and they shall name him Emmanuel, which means God with us. God with us. Not God with them, not God with the others, not God with the already holy, not God with the special ones, not God with the qualified, not God with the clever, not God with the good, not God with the perfect, God with us. God with us in our mixed up laughing and caring. God with us in our mixed up helping and serving. God with us wounded. God with us hurting. God with us. God with us in our crossness. God with us in our lostness. God with us in our anger. God with us in our despair. God with us in our confusion, God with us in our depression, God with us in our illness, God with us in our bereavement, God with us in our dying, God with us in our hoping, God with us in our wanting, God with us in our desperate loving, God with us, teaching and shaping and forming and perfecting us. God with you, as you are and as you will be. God with me, as I am and as I will be, God with us. And all this took place to fulfill what had been spoken by the Lord through the prophet. Look, the virgin shall conceive and bear a son, and they shall name him Emmanuel, which means God with us.